Here's to the crazy ones. The misfits. The rebels. The troublemakers. The round pegs in the square holes. The ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them. Because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
What it means to be a thriving artist. I feel like I'm still learning that too. I feel like I'm learning that now, but I think it's most so about when I think of the name thriving artist, I think of just constantly learning. There's always been new challenges and new stuff that's been popping up everywhere you go, no matter what, even though you think you know it, but then all of a sudden something came up. But I think it's just like learning to be just learning new things every day, but also just being kind to others and come in not be afraid to be strong, but also it's good to be soft. And I learned this from my friend Liz Flo, that softness can be strength.
Oh, well, God spoke to me. He said, Jim, write this book. And it turns out God is just a voice in my head. So a voice in my head said, Jim, write this book. And my voice in my head tells me I'm a jerk sometimes and said, God's not my God, my head God. Sometimes we disagree on stuff. But anyway, so the voice in my head said, write a book. And I said, oh, that's going to be hard. And so what really it was going to do was I took my website, which was about trails, and you click on it, and you've got maps, and it's got videos, it's a visual medium, and then I realized, what I liked, how I did my research was I went to the bookstores and I bought books, and I like having a book in my car looking for trails. Sometimes you just like touching the book and sweeping through it and reading things down and going slow, and I was like, I like all the books I bought to research for my website. Then I go, I should have a book version.
The church always taught us that homosexuality was a sin.
I only want what's best for you.
I was raised Christian with good people.
Do not have sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman. That is detestable. Leviticus 18:22.
Well, what the hell do you want from me, Ryan?
I've struggled with. I've loved.
Anything can happen, anytime, even with someone you trust.
Sometimes it's hard for us to say goodbye.
Sorry, I go dark sometimes. My ex, he left, couldn't take it. Me anymore.
I went out running, and there was this guy.
This is how a porn starts.
And his dog.
Maybe not a porn, a horror film.
With a broken down car.
Definitely a horror film.
That's what
An ode to my relationships with men.
It looks like a heart and a vagina. Same thing.
Do you believe in soulmates? Like, that there's only one person that's just meant for you?
I guess I'm starting to believe that maybe there are multiple soulmates out there for everyone. And they come to us at different times to teach us different lessons.
Maybe love didn't work out the way we thought it would. Maybe we got our happily ever after along the way.
I choose me!
Time you were here, your laughter a melody that lingers still.
Sometimes the people you love leave you, even when they don't want to, and you shatter into pieces. You may not be able to find all of those pieces again, because when they left, they took a few with them. It hurts, but the pain eventually becomes bearable and even sacred, because it's how you carry the people you've lost with you. And if you're lucky, you can one day see that the hollow spots you carry are in the shape of their face, or their hands, or the love they gave you. Those holes ache, but they are a monument to the lost, a traveling sacred place to honor them and remind you of how to love enough to leave your own marks on others.
All on power of east and all of the energies pure and fair. Power of wisdom and clarity, power of the winged ones and of fairy, power of thought and of the mind, ideas that inspire humankind, power of hope and the eternal dawn, power to begin anew.